Hey guys, daskro here. I'm going to show you something that goes back to my gaming past. This is a match for Teamwarfare.com's new 1v1 armor league or tank battle league. It's actually a ladder, not a league. A ladder means that there's a ranking system, 1 through 20 or whatever it may be, and you have to challenge someone. You challenge someone, you play in a match, and then if you win, you go up to their rank. If you lose, you stay where you are. So this particular match is against a guy named Venomous7 who is rank 3 or on the third rung of the ladder. So he's in third place right now on the ladder for Teamwarfare.com. We're playing on Operation Firestorm. Here are the basic rules. Rule number 1, you can only kill people with your tank. You can't get out and RPG them. You can't get out and javelin them. Can't do that. You can get out, though, and repair your tank if you want to do that. But if you die while you're repairing, then you lose. It's a best of, it's a first player to 7. So if I get 7 kills, or if I destroy the enemy armor 7 times, I win. But if I lose 7 times, then I lose. Pretty straightforward. Any perks go. Any vehicles go, as long as they're an IFV or a tank. And that's basically it. There's 3 spottings off, but 3D camera is on. It's pretty good. Why am I showing you this? Well, before we go into the match, I want to share a small anecdote about my history as sort of playing Battlefield series as a competitive game and how I got started. I started on a fairly no-name team in Battlefield 1942 years and years ago. This is almost 10 years ago. And I got noticed by a number of better teams through my existing team winning or at least doing really well in some competitions. But another aspect of it was my... Yeah, I think there's some additional context I have to give to this without going into too much detail. And I know it's hard, but the TLDR is the gaming team that I was a part of 10 years ago involved me and my brother. And my brother and I were both armor players. And the success of our team was mostly because of my brother and I. We were very, very good tank players back in BF942. It was a tank players game, and we were very, very good at what we did. And one of the things that we did is that there was a very old league, which is long, long gone, probably gone for 5-6 years now, called Squad Games. And Squad Games had 2v2 armor tournaments, a lot of them. And we had ended up winning the second one. No. Yeah, we ended up winning the season 2 of that event and then doing very well in some of the other ones as well. But winning that and beating some of these other top teams' best tankers was a huge deal. And so that was the last time that I ever played 1v1 or 2v2 armor as an exclusive event. And so I'm coming back to it almost a decade later, and I haven't sort of relearned how to do this. I don't have a support team. I don't have a repair guy. I don't have a sniper with a SOFLAM. I don't have any of that. I just have me and my wits. And so going into this, I've chosen to go for reactive armor, infrared, and guided missile, because guided missile clearly that's the only thing that I can use to go against armor. Reactive because I want to be able to take some shots, and infrared because I want to be able to see them before they see me. Now you could say, well, why don't you go for infrared camo? Well, that's an idea. That's actually not a bad idea. But for now, that's what I'm choosing. This is what the match is. We play 3 rounds or 3 rounds for each side. We switch sides. We keep on doing it until first one gets to 7, and that's the end of it. So I'm going to stop talking and go right to the match. So enjoy.
spotted. I actually had to type that one command in the console command. I don't see it. Spotted. Or third person. There we go. Do you want me to restart the round? Good, good, good.
How's the match going?
That doesn't sound promising. Sniping.
Are you allowed to get out of your tank? So there's no repairs.
responding. Over. I spotted an enemy tank. Over.
BNY. Benny there.
Yeah.
I'm joining you, sir.
What's up?
I am joining you, Mr. Music.
All right.
Where are they at, Bunny? You need a sit rep.
Train track.
Zert!
Hello.
Hi, Zert. Yeah, Raven.
Suppose I could join you. Here to them. I never posted a match for this week, so I guess we're just gonna play.
Yeah. Who knows?
Double XP.
This is true. This is in fact true. You would see, I won the round stuck.
I got you. Round started.
I am on your team. Lethal Assist to make squad. Make room in the squad. Bragging people.
Should I pick out of the squad?
Probably the AFK guy. Whiskey.
Do cover.
After that.
Cover.
Done.
All right, we're back, and I lose. Oh no, 3-7. But I learned a lot. I think this was a lot of fun, and there's a few things I wanted to sort of point out. I was riding the perks. I think he was riding the same perk load as I was for the most part, but there's a few things that he knew about that I didn't know about. He really took advantage of the fact that the M1 Abrams has a much higher machine gun turret compared to the T90, and was taking those shots in the machine gun turret like crazy, especially when we were sort of at these odd corners where it was just the heads peeking up. He was very aggressive with pushing in flanks when I was blindsided, and it really showed how fast these tanks can move, even for a few seconds worth of leeway. A few strategies that I did that worked and didn't work. One of the ones I did was I sort of went from US side, that's playing US, all the way around here. Didn't see anything, didn't really know what to do, so I sort of had like a question mark of where I was going to go. I sort of would run around. I basically went in a circle for a lot of these things, and sometimes I'd catch them off guard, sometimes I didn't catch them off guard. A few instances I sort of went all the way to around here. I was able to catch him off guard when he basically did the same thing, going through C, and then took a right and said, "Oh, where's Daskro? Don't know." There are a few instances where we played like really, really long games where I was on the Russian side and I would be at street and he would be sort of at these office areas, and we'd fight it out, and then when we tried to push, we engaged and we took him out. But and there's a few instances where I sort of went around and I was sort of looking where he was, but I felt that I was really super exposed in here in retrospect. I didn't, when I went in this B area, I didn't feel comfortable. And sure enough, I died a bunch of times because he got around my backside. I didn't turn around fast enough and couldn't get a hit. On at least two of the battles, I think I would have won them if I would have had better placed shots. There were a few instances where we both missed our shots. I feel like that I was missing my shots more so than he was missing his shots. And it really doesn't matter if I'm missing them a whole lot more or not. I felt like that I was always that. For 2 or 3 of the battles, I was one shot behind, or I made the decision on going to the guided missile too early. And if I would have just kept on hitting them with main gun shells, I probably would have been in better shape. So I think I could have won this if I would have practiced this with some players a bit more, that are tankers that I'm comfortable with. And I would have sort of remembered, okay, T90 is smaller than the Abrams. There are certain areas where clearly there are certain sandbags, there are certain heights where the T90 is going to have an advantage over the Abrams. I think if I would have known these things, I would have been better prepared. I may have been able to beat this. But then again, this guy is ranked 3 on the ladder, and he's undefeated, and he was a really good player. He had some really good shots. I had some good shots, but wasn't getting him as much as he was getting from me. So nonetheless, I'm going to keep on playing this ladder. Hope you guys enjoy this. I know this isn't that exciting because it's sort of like dogfighting, and it sort of just goes around in circles. I don't know. I am open to suggestion on what you guys think works in terms of tactics on something like this, because this is clearly way different than what it was back 10 years ago in 2v2 armor battles and squad games, because the maps on Battlefield 482 were very open maps. They had very few buildings that you get around, let alone indestructible buildings. And so it was really a game of who could make the most long-distance shots while moving, and going from there. And it was, going back to nostalgia, BF-942 tanking was completely different than tanking in this game. In part because in this game, when you're driving over the a rough terrain, you have a gyro-stabilized gimbal that is controlling your turret as it goes back and forth. So if you hit a bump, right, your turret will move down when your tank goes up, and then move up when your tank goes down. And so you can have your mouse, my camera right here. If you have your mouse, you can keep it still, and even though you're going over bumps and stuff, your crosshair will still stay at the same vertical axis, despite the fact that you're moving through rough terrain. The 942 is just the opposite. If you went up a hill, your vertical crosshair would go up significantly. If you went down a hill, your vertical velocity would go down significantly because you are being conformed by the terrain of the environment that you're operating in. That was a huge deal. It required a lot of skill to understand what angles you were going up and down and how to compensate for it. And it took a lot of practice, but that's sort of the old armor nostalgia that I wish they'd bring back. Maybe if they do a Battlefield 1944 or whatever it is, then they'll bring it back. The reason why, there's practical reasons, there's more historical reasons why they have it the way they do in BF3, and that's because in real life, these tanks actually do have gimbals that allow them to do that, and so you don't need to have a guy going back and forth. Anyway, though, I'm going a bit off tangent here. A lot of fun, good games to Venomous67. I hope to play him again, and his video of the match will be posted below as well, because he said he was going to post it, and I actually haven't checked yet, but hopefully he's posted it. It's been a few days. So GG's to him, and I'll talk to you guys later.